Contrast uncut, yeah, you know that's us. Where we only speak the real and the real rock with us. Where we motivate the people and politic on success. Oh no, we ain't DJ Cali, but they swearing we the best. Contrast uncut, contrast uncut, contrast uncut, contrast uncut.
What's happening? It's Contrast Uncut. It's season 4. This is my Spotlight Real Hip Hop Edition episode. You understand me? I want to give a big shout outs to Uncle Snoops Army and Bobby D Presents. I appreciate you, brothers. It's your host, Zylo, aka DJ Juan Dollars Like I Won Some Money. Ladies and gentlemen, today, hold on. Let me start off where I'm at. I'm in Venice. I'm in the independent underground. Where if you make it out this motherfucker in this game from the independent world, you gotta stop right motherfucking here where we at, right here. You understand me? And the history just off the camera let me know that the nostalgia I feel when I walk in this motherfucker is real. You can tell the vibe in here is something that you can't just cut out of anywhere and put some wood and some paint to make it. And you know, to start off from my far left, I got this brother right here. He's from the Central Valley of California. You know, the 559 Fresno, right, California.
Finally, somebody get it right off the top, baby. I love when that happens, man.
All love, man. Yeah. All love. He's a lyrical assassin. Trust me. Songwriter and one of the most respected lyricists in the world. Having worked with some of the greatest lyricists of our time, and it is rarely where you see a brother from Cali being respected as much as he is as a lyricist in New York. My brothers over here to my left, closer to me, you know, they from LA. They some of the biggest underground super producers. You may not know, but you're going to learn motherfucking today. You know, they have worked with some incredible artists and done some incredible work. Just collectively, with Planet Asia alone, they have done some incredible timeless music. And if you don't understand who I got on the show by now, it's all good. We got our episode to chop it up with Dirty Diggs and Planet Asia, everybody.
Yeah, that's what's up.
Man, what's happening, fellas?
Oh, man. Another day as usual. Working day as usual, man. You know, we've been shooting videos and recording. Got artists from out of town with us right now from New York, working on projects. Just working on multiple things at once.
Now, you say you had someone from New York and New Jersey in this motherfucker?
Yeah, the homie K Burns and the homie Piff James. They're out here making some classic shit. But Piff James is a producer and artist. K Burns is an artist and a CEO of his label Team Fame. So this shit is crazy. You know
Respect. I mean? Now, time's the most finite thing we have on this earth, fellas. You know, I gotta let y'all know I appreciate your time fucking with me, fucking with the viewers and the listeners.
Right.
Speaking of time, shit, what's I know you talking about a little about what your day normally like. What's the rest of y'all day normally like? A normal 24.
Smoking.
Yeah, pretty much wake up, smoke, burn one a little.
Go through some samples.
Yeah, then we back in the lab with Age. You know, Age comes through, we back working.
Age is here almost every day.
Well, yeah, this the creative compound, man. Like this room right here, it is nothing else to do but work.
Yep, exactly.
We don't really like people to come in here and go to sleep. If this couch could get you. If you're not staying in your zone, this couch will get you. Many people have ended up on the sleep screen, on the Planet Asia sleep screen. You know, including myself. No one's safe. Everyone in this room has fell asleep on this couch. You just can't overdo that. You know, you have to get some work done or go somewhere.
No, because time is money, and when you ain't here, you're supposed to be making money in here.
Exactly.
You're supposed to let your brain do the rest, let the fruits come to the labor.
Facts.
Bro, I got a quote. Let me know how this quote relates to y'all. Y'all can weigh in on it. How whoever wants to speak first. But my idea is I try to get from the quote something that I can feel relate to it, how I feel. You feel me? Go with the spirit. So here we go. You got to have faith in what you're doing and not take no for an answer. Nipsey Hussle, Nip the Great.
I'm gonna let you take that one.
Well, man, that's a big one. You know, should come from Nip. You know, that quote's a part of our everyday life, though. You know, we hardly be taking no for an answer, especially in this type of climate in music. We just be keep going, and you know, it doesn't matter. I personally don't care about what people think of our music, so I think that's also why we're kind of winning. We just keep pushing through, and you know, fools aren't scared to make any moves and really put themselves out there. So I think that's like the essence of everything and how you stay winning. So
facts. Shit, I took all them no's and made it a chip on my shoulder and made the excuse to do it. Right. And then shit, you rise. You know, you rise like the cream of the crop, you understand? You the top of what you need to be. Asia, talking about the music industry, and I'm going to ask both of y'all too. Did the game choose you or did you choose the game?
It met me halfway. And I think that's just how life is. You get what you put into it, you know, because before you got here, I was just talking to my man about, you know, people having talent, but it takes more than talent to succeed in this. It takes dedication off camera to the same so-called dream that you chasing. You have to chase that dream off camera. A lot of people just like to act like they're chasing the dream on camera when the camera's on, you know. Oh, we working. Nah. You got to be working when the camera's off. You know what I'm saying? You got to be working when you eating at the table. You got to be working when you in the shower. You got to be working when you taking a shit. Motherfucker, I be thinking about this shit when I be fucking. You know what I'm saying? Like, shit goes through my brain like, oh, that's going to be ill when I get back to the lab. In the middle of fucking. That's how insane I am about this shit. You know what I'm saying?
That's
so
a golden moment.
Yeah, so, you know, I think putting myself in the position to be chosen by the game is what it is. You have to put yourself in the position to be chosen.
You know, there's a lot of people that will snap and put the camera on them and say they working out in the gym.
Right.
But that's all they did on the whole shit.
Right.
Just film themselves walking and walking out.
Right.
And so, no, you bring up a very valid point. You got to do the work. You got to, you know, not just talk about it, be about it.
Facts.
Now, what about for Dirty Diggs? You feel like the game chose y'all, or did y'all choose the game?
I feel like for us it's a little bit of the same thing, because you know we were doing the same thing like everybody else. We were young kids DJing and producing, doing parties and that, but we kind of had to work harder to make it a career, to make it mean something. So you know, it's like we had to meet up. We had to, on top of being dope at what we do, we kind of had to work hard at trying to get known and all that stuff, trying to even still working at it right now, you know what I mean? So you still kind of got to meet your dreams, because it's just not going to come to you. It's going to come to some people, but you know, for everybody else who has to work hard, you got to kind of like go through some things and work through that, and you know, kind of meet up your dreams rather than it coming to you.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, we spent so many hours putting in that work to get where we are right now. I wouldn't say we're done yet, but we got a lot of work ahead. But to say that, you know, we were chosen to be here, you know, we actually put ourselves in a position, along with Asia's help. He helped us out a lot along the way, but we put in a lot of hours to get where we are today, and I think we've earned whatever place we are right now. We definitely earned that. So.
And I know for a fact they spent a lot of money on making the music.
Oh yeah,
you know
money,
what I'm saying? So
hours,
they invest in it themselves. You know what I'm saying? And in me, like, you know, all this ain't free. So it's like, you know, even with us, in order for this to work, we work together. You know what I'm saying? Because it works itself out. But this shit ain't free. You know what I'm saying? We have to generate something to make this keep going. You know what I'm saying? Like, whether it's an idea, like, yo, I'll dedicate my whole time to just do a project with them. Be like, y'all can have all of it. It's because I don't feel like, you know, it's like, yo, y'all do they do production for me, right? And I'll do anything they want me to do. Like, I don't, because this has to work.
Yeah, and it's not like there's people out there just giving checks out like that anymore. You know, we got to kind of chase the money rather than fools are just like, here.
We create our own infrastructure. Basically, it's like creating your own economy. You know, between each other of the stuff that we do. You know, we do enough. If we do enough, everybody gets to eat because we've put in the time and effort to make sure that I make sure that Dirty Digs, whatever they want to do, like, yo, we coming out with this project, I need you to do this, that, and the third, I'm there. I don't even think about it, okay, where? Just put me out of that. Then it's same with me. You know what I'm saying? So about time, 5-6 years has passed, like, oh, we got enough stuff that we've done amongst each other that we can live off of.
That's something beautiful that has been worked up from the underground era, the golden era, just having your own fan base and being able to have something to directly attract the wealth to them.
Right.
And, being able to have your own price point and trusting that price point so that, they are going to more than happily spend it because of the service they're receiving from the music.
Right.
That's therapy. Music is medicine.
Right.
And you guys are making where something's underground where it should be reality to mainstream because this is the real shit that gets overlooked, but it's something that should be more press played on.
Mm-hmm.
What would you guys consider your first confirmation that music was what y'all supposed to do?
Oh, shit. I'm a little bit older, so for me, the reaction that I got from people for doing it. Because I always bug off people who don't get a reaction. The biggest question the question I always had was, why do people do it that don't get no reaction? That's what I be wanting to know. Because I don't think I would do this if I didn't get the reaction from other people. It's not like I make my music, I so care what people think, but you gotta care a little bit what people think. Like if I didn't get that reaction, I don't think I would have had the courage to continue pursuing this career. You know what I'm saying? Because the people matter. Without the fans and support, we just people making music in the room. You know what I'm saying? So somebody gotta like this shit.
Somebody gotta love it. Yeah. Somebody gotta like it. It does it for your unit.
And the thing is, it's not about. The thing about our music is that everybody. We don't really. I don't want to say we don't want everybody to like our music, but it's almost impossible for everybody to like our music because we make our music for certain type of people. So if the type of people that we make our music for don't react the way we want it, then it's a problem. The people that I want to like my music. That's all that matters. You know what I'm saying? That the type, the aesthetic of how I am is the aesthetic of the listener. The aesthetic of the people that buy Dirty Digs records, like whether it's merchandise, vinyl, tapes, CDs. It's fashioned a certain way. It's like certain people. It's like people that buy Polo. People that only want to buy Ralph Lauren. They're gonna stick with that brand. You know what I'm saying? I look at Dirty Digs like Ralph Lauren. You know what I'm saying? It's like that's a brand. You know what you're gonna get. They're not gonna give you nothing cheap. You know what I'm saying? They're not gonna try to cut corners like just to sell your project with some bullshit artwork and da da da. You know what I'm saying? They're not gonna do that. They care about the quality. Whether even if it's a small release, you're going to get a quality thing. So if they only sell like 1,000 pieces, those 1,000 pieces are going to be like worth more than, if they sell it to you for 100, it's going to be worth $5, $6, up to $1,200. That's something for the resale value. Just like Polo. It's certain Polo you can resell because of the sentimental value of it. You know what I'm saying? The vintageness of it.
Yeah, exactly. It's kind of like the aura you put around the product. And that kind of helps push you. And it's also a thing where you value yourself. Planet Asia values herself at a certain thing. We all value ourselves a certain way.
Worth.
So exactly. So that's what we're trying to push on people, for even regular people to know their worth.
To know their worth.
And so, but something else that's really important you guys are touching without saying is that you guys fully invest into the culture.
Facts.
From what you guys wear to what you guys see to what you guys hear, it's fully enriched with the culture. And that's something that, as a consumer and as a fan, I really got to give you guys your flowers for that, because that's something I always have to appreciate, the nostalgia area that people press fast forward on, not realizing that's where the 90% of samples comes from.
Right.
Exactly. Exactly.
I feel it's always somebody that invests in an idea, puts someone in a position to reach their dreams. So I'm going to ask both you guys the same question. Who do we owe to thank you for investing into your dreams to make this a reality? Because hit fast forward, man, we wouldn't have what we have today. We'd probably be lost.
For me, it would have to be Rasco. Rasco from San Francisco. He had his first album was called Time Waits for No Man. That's my big brother. He put me on his first album. We had a song called Take It Back Home. He's the first person to ever take me on the road, the first person to show me the ropes. You know what I'm saying? So if it wasn't for Rasco, I wouldn't know how to write. I think about that all the time. I don't know, because the internet wasn't nowhere around. Maybe I would have been a new artist today that didn't make it of then, and then y'all would have got who I am today, but just later. But the world got Planet Asia in '97 because of Rasco. You know what I'm saying? At a young age, I was going around, learning the ropes, hype manning for him, and I made my first EP with Fanatic. And it was very primitive stage, and as years went by, I got with better producers and was able to have a growth and development in music. I think it's not too many other artists that had a growth and development in the game. That's why I try to tell artists outside of me, it's a blessing to be a new artist. Like, if I could take it all back and be a new artist again, like, be the my first year in the game guy, that's the best time. Enjoy that shit, man, because once that's over with, you have a career. And now it's a repetitive thing. You gotta make it that being the new guy is over with. It's kind of like if you go to a new high school and you're the new guy, that new guy shit only lasts for like a month.
Right.
Then that's just the homie that go to the school now.
Yeah, he from whoop-de-whoop.
Right, you know what I'm saying? So try to milk that as much as you can being a new guy, because I notice people get lackadaisical. They get a little fame or whatever, and they get lackadaisical. I'm like, nah, right now, you supposed to be.
Man.
You know what I'm saying? Me, I had growth and development in this shit. So I grew up in music from the time I was 20-something years old to being in my 40s now, you know what I'm saying? In the underground too, So I kind of prefer the position that I'm in, because I don't know if I was mainstream this whole time, would I be able to survive the way I'm surviving now off of authentic traditional hip hop music? You know what I'm saying? Because people would be expecting me to make like a certain particular type of mainstream production.
They'll put you in a box.
They'll put me in a box. Being that I've been like subsidiary culture style the whole time, I've been able to like do whatever I want to do. I make trap music, underground, whatever, but it's always me. It's Planet Asia. The frequency can change. I won't change.
Come on.
You know what I'm saying? But these guys right here are the foundation of what I do. You know what I'm saying? I do a lot of music, but Dirty Diggs is the foundation of what I do, because we've been working together for the past. I haven't worked with no other producers this long. I've had producers in my life that I've actually grew up with, but they're no longer my producers. They haven't produced for me this long. No one has.
I feel like, Asia, bro, you over here reading my damn script, because, my next question, I want to make sure I get y'all on who invested into your career, but it's also about relationships.
Mm-hmm.
As you've been through the game for 20 plus years, you've been able to see trial and error with producers,
right.
Somebody that's willing to invest into what they're doing, and someone that's just going to stand behind a keyboard,
right.
And play a little bit of this, and that's it.
Right.
And you have longevity with who you build with,
right.
And then you can have an empire, and once you go ahead and get enough of them bricks layered up, and
right.
then look back.
Right.
But I do definitely want to weigh in, like, where is the thank you for having this foundation that we have Dirty Diggs?
Well, first for us is our parents. You know what I mean? They bought us our first turntable and mixer, and we took off from there. You know what I mean? And me personally, I always looked up to my bro and my sister. Our sister's like 50 years old. Our bro's a little older, so always his influence for me personally. And then after that, it goes to Age. Age
Definitely.
put in a lot of time and effort with us. He looked at us when nobody else would and shit. So, and just working with them for so long, it only makes sense. Like, everything just worked out how it happened, you know what I mean? And, he's a major, like, part of what we do, you know what I mean? Even, it may be a Dirty Diggs album, but, Asia's like the A&R, CEO of all those albums, so, you know what I mean? So, basically, that's my influence for sure.
Yeah, I mean, for me, man, it's family. You know, it's my bro. It's my bro who's been, you know, us being brothers and both of us being male. You know, it's just in our nature to have that competitiveness and to push each other. I mean, before I even believed it, my brother, when we first started, my brother was already saying that what we're doing is dope. You know what I'm saying? So that kind of pushed me to even being better. And, you know, we always wanted to be the best. We always talk about this even up until now. For more than a decade, we've been talking about this. Just trying to be the best and, you know, get that respect. And that's what we're working for. And, you know, Age, man, we can't thank him enough, actually. He gave us that platform when no one knew us. So to have that platform that early in the game, like, it's, you know, it's a true blessing.
It's a game changer.
Yep, definitely.
And Age got hip to us like when we were young, you know. I was like 21 or something, like, you know. So he was hip to us young and, you know, pushed us through.
And you know what's crazy is that I was telling you before the interview I started about how, you know, everybody's doing this certain style of music now, and it's like people used to try to talk shit about what we do. You know what I'm saying? And now everybody's doing that shit. You know, everybody would have something to say. Remember, I used to always tell you, like, yo, man, watch. All these motherfuckers gonna try to have this sound, the same shit that they trying to talk right now. They all gonna be trying to do that style. Now, none of them motherfuckers is rapping over trap beats and none of that shit. They all want to have this sound. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Everyone else used to run with the sprinkler hi-hats.
Yeah, and all that shit. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You know, so sometimes people don't understand. When people don't understand, they you know, they freak out and they, you know, they either shun it, diss it, or just completely just leave it alone. But if I knew, because everything goes in cycles. Everything. And from the first time they played me a CD, when I lived on Harvard, the first Harvard, I was like, yo, this shit crazy. Like, oh, okay. And then we recorded in Fresno one time at one of our homies' little rinky-dink studio just as a tester. And that shit was like, we put it on the mixtape. This is like when Gold Chain was just forming. We put it on the mixtape. And that shit was like one of my favorite. It was recorded real rough, but even the way it was recorded compared to everything else, I was like, I like the way this shit sound. I was like, once we figure out how to actually get in the studio and y'all put the shit through through some tracks or whatever, this shit gonna be crazy. You know what I'm saying? So it was like years before we even started recording. A lot of the recordings we would do would be like I take a beat CD or something, put it in somebody's Pro Tool and rap over the beat CD.
Yeah.
Some shit like that. You know
we didn't even know how to work anything but the MPC. All we knew to do was MPC.
Yeah, that was it. Like, but that's what makes it fresh to me. See, that's the innocence of hip-hop, and that's the growth and development that I love. Because it's a different when somebody feels like, oh, I'm already here, I already made it. That energy is like, I can't really work with that. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather build with you, because I'm still building. I was, you know, that was years ago. We all building. I'm like, oh, shit. I'm right here with the raps. Y'all right here with the beats. Let's merge this shit, because we like the same shit, and just make music with each other. And as years go by, watch this shit just elevate, and we found our niche, how to do this shit now.
Come on, y'all the masters of this. I mean, y'all put more than 10,000 hours in.
Oh, for sure. For sure.
I mean,
before we even met each other.
Yeah, exactly.
This dude was already doing parties and shit.
Yeah.
You know, but this hip hop culture, man, it's an add-on culture. You can keep adding on and keep adding on like an orchestra, you know?
Yeah.
You know, as we are talking about the addition of adding on, there also comes to a point where you have highs and lows that propel to highs, and then once you have a high, it propels you to a low. And a lot of the people think this game is just all glitz and glamour, but don't realize that there are valleys to, you know, some of these mountaintops that you climb.
Oh yeah. I mean, you lose people on the way, you know? You lose people in all kind of ways, not just business, physically, people die, all kind of shit happens. So, you know, I think with us, we are more like, as long as it feels good, man. Like, you know, we just can't have no fucked up days, man. Like, fuck the music if it's gonna make you feel fucked up. And we don't want to work with you if you're an asshole. If we don't care how much money you got. If you gonna make our day negative, don't come around here.
Come on.
For real.
Because
we only here to make music, smoke weed, eat good food and shit. You know
Have
what I'm saying?
fun, basically.
Yeah, and have fun and shit. But
While
all
we
that, we not here for no extra shit, man. We don't care. We all come from fucked up cities. We all been through fucked up shit. We look like nice guys, but we've been through fucked up shit just like everybody else. We've been traumatized like everybody else, but we just let that shit roll off of us, and we make music and get high and forget about all that negative shit, because our job is to give you feeling, right? We fuck with frequencies, so we don't want to be on no negative fucked up frequency the whole time. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, that's what I respect the most about Diggs, Dirty Diggs. Like, they don't really do the dick riding shit. I'm good, guy. They don't do the dick riding shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, they don't really care. They're not chasing somebody to put a beat on their album or any of that shit.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I like that. Like, it's like, yo, they are who they are, and they successful at what they do. But what we not about to do is like lower our standards to be down.
Yeah, especially.
You know we're not doing that. Like,
a lot of people try to flash money as like a source for that. You know, they try to flash money, be like, "Yo, I got this money for you for an album," but then their whole vibe be like way off. You know, they be harassing you for beats, harassing you for stems. It'd be like, at the end of the day, you might not even want to go through that type of stuff. And with age, we're never going through that. You know, age is not.
Yeah, like.
Barking down my neck. Where's my mix?
Yeah, I don't like the way you put the echo on my last verse, man.
I need more echo. So, you know.
Need more trouble, man. Man, I got a feeling I think you playing me, man. Yo, I'm going to call your brother. Yo, Joey, man. Check your brother, JR, man. He got to turn my trouble down, man. I told that nigga once, man. If I got to tell him again, man, it's going to be a problem. Nah, but yeah, all that type of shit. We just here to vibe out, man. Make good shit. If you ain't got a good vibe, we not the ones. If you like, rah, it's studios for you. That, you know, go to Quad Studios. You want some round, you want a bunch of people, you know, the shit. It's studios out here for you, you know what I'm saying? So, but nah, we over here just vibing, man, making good music and having a good time and trying to express that through the art. You know.
You know, speaking of the art, what's one thing that you guys feel people have fucked up about the underground hip hop scene? I know we touched on a little bit earlier, just
that women don't like it. Y'all fucked up. I don't know where y'all get that fucking shit from. Like, I got a big female following. You know what I'm saying? So they like underground hip hop. You know, you just can't be. I don't know, man. It's an aura that you gotta have. You know, everything can't be shoot 'em up, bang bang, or kill, murder. Don't nobody want to hear that shit all day. You know what I'm saying? You gotta have some kind of melodic shit sometimes. Put some melody in your shit, and maybe some women to fuck with you. You know what I'm saying? That's the jewel I can give you. I love hardcore shit too, but come on, man, you gotta have some balance. You know, I love Slum Village and Tribe Called Quest, and you know what I'm saying? I was a big Fugees fan, and you know, Leaders of the New School. Everything, you know, everything ain't gotta be tough. You know what I'm saying? Some shit can be, what you call it, what's that shit?
eclectic.
Eclectic. That's the fucking word I was looking for. Thank you, bro. I like eclectic shit, man. Real gangsters love eclectic shit.
It's
man.
Sonics, bro.
That eclectic is gangster, actually. To keep it a buck, to keep it a real buck with you. All the toughest niggas growing up put it like this: the toughest people I know in my life don't listen to hip hop. I'll repeat that. The toughest people I ever seen or met in my life do not listen to hip hop.
Man, you got someone that's scared, they gonna listen to something to hype them up, and you got something that's gonna calm them down. You gonna know who the real killer is.
Exactly.
You know.
You start hearing that motherfucking Barry White boy or some shit, your ass might get murdered, boy.
That's kind of like a scary feeling.
Yeah,
like walking through the night.
Like the killers I know, they listen to like shit like, man, they be like old ass music, man. Donny Hathaway and shit, man. Dudes be listening to like, you know, or they listening to like some real R&B shit, like, you know, Shy,
Frankie Beverly and the Mets.
That, but I'm talking about like 90s R&B, like, you know what I'm saying? like, you know, it'd be like the first R. Kelly and the Reverend. What was his group name? Public announcement. You're like, damn, dude, you listen to R. Kelly with the public announcement? Like, the fuck? Stone Cold Killer, though. You know what I mean? Because they don't want to hear none of that tough shit. They don't. The Killers, I know they hate rap a lot. A lot of dudes, they don't even like rap. They be like, man, these dudes is faking, Because that shit is different, man. That's a different world. But that's a whole nother thing. We not here for none of that. We here to give you the sexy gangster shit. You know what I mean?
Come on.
You know, it's good quality, like this hoodie. You know, I can wash it and it's still gonna be this quality. You know what I'm saying? Earth sustainable cotton. This is heavy. You know what I mean? Like, Dirty Dicks cotton is good cotton. That's how we focus more on that aspect of the game. Quality.
Yeah, a good life, good life, having a good life. And being organic. This weed don't have no chemicals in it. None. This is organic, 100% organic.
What you got in your hand, Asia?
Huh?
What you got in your hand?
This is that Fiesta cookie dough right here. Dirty Digs, OG flowers right here. And then you got the Fiesta OG, my favorite right here. Like I said, you can't drive off this shit because you'll be woozy. And it's organic.
Yeah.
No chemicals. That's the funny part. Shit be organic. The more organic, the more I feel like, man, like, that other shit make you feel all heavy and sleepy. I'm good on this. You know what I'm saying? Organic. Everything we do, we try to do everything with quality. I have a THC syrup. It's 100% organic. All vegan, vegetarian, grape THC syrup. I should have brought that shit. I bugged the fuck out. But we just try to keep everything at a certain level. It's hard, but the reward is better at the end. You know, it's the hard part is just keeping the quality because you gotta find, you gotta find your spots,
exactly.
your plugs. You know, it's kind of like if you were in the vegetable fruit business or whatever, you don't want to fuck with Monsanto because they cornered the market with the seeds, so everybody got the same damn seeds, so them ain't really organic seeds, they hybrids. We are the ones that actually we care about our shit. That's why people in Europe love our music, because they know we not just taking shit from YouTube or whatever. Not to disrespect nobody that does that, but I'm just saying, like, they pay for all that shit, man. They pay for the records, you know what I'm saying? Like, they still dig, they still go digging. COVID kind of fucked it up, but they still get records. You know what I mean? The real way. You know what I mean? So even the music that you're hearing is being produced on that with that in mind.
Bruh, I feel like that's something else that I'm just gonna add in. One thing people got fucked up about underground music is that it's not local. That shit's worldwide.
Super worldwide.
Exactly.
Super
worldwide.
We're more international than local.
Man, you seen more places than some of these hit records you seen on
Yo,
radio.
honestly, I listen to these dudes' interviews, and it's like a lot of top rappers have not been to the places that I've been. I promise you, bro. I'm talking about dudes that got multi-platinum albums. It's just, that shit is here. That's American music. But when you start talking about like Africa and south of France, and Romania and fucking Czech Republic and all these, Austria, Australia, Brazil, Colombia, Chile, all these different places, you know what I'm saying? Like, they into the music because they poor. They don't really care about all that other. I ain't gonna say, you know what I mean? They don't really care about the shit. In some places, a Benz is taxis. In Europe, a Benz is that's taxi cab shit. That ain't like something to be. Them is cabs, bro. You hop in a cab, it's a Benz.
It's domestic for them.
Yeah, that shit is not a big deal for them. They more into like other little shit that we don't even be tripping off of. You know what I'm saying? So everybody's shit is different. So when it comes to music, it's just about the music. So that vibe is it counts for more somewhere else because they running off the vibe. They not, even like the aspect of hustling is crazy because we have to hustle as Americans, especially as so-called minorities in America. We have to hustle. In other countries, that concept is not a real concept of hustling because their government takes care of them. Motherfuckers get free medical, free everything. So the concept of having to hustle, a flat is like 500 euros, 1,000 euros at the most. So, you know what I'm saying? Ain't no homeless people like that in Europe. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're not seeing tents and shit everywhere.
Whew.
You know what I'm saying? So they not hustling like that. You got people that sell weed and shit, but it ain't to be the baller. Ball for who? Nobody cares out there. You know what I'm saying? So music is authentic. You got the little kids now doing the fake American shit, but that's still a vibe. Because even in that world of like the trap music or whatever, you still have to bring that vibe, that reality, and everybody can't make it in that world. You have to have some kind of substance, even in as a trap artist, for the children to connect for you with you. Because a lot of people think people my age will look at that music and be like, oh, they just saying anything or da da da, and it's not really like that. If you understand like other cultures of music, you have to have substance in that shit too.
For real.
It's a reason why people like Lil Uzi and shit like that. It ain't that he just weird. It's go to the core of the shit he's saying. It's something there. That all my friends are dead shit. Look at it's a bunch of little depressed motherfuckers running around,
emo shit. He tapped into a market that's there. Exactly. And then other people is like, I'm going to admit I'm emotional too. Right. And then they start supporting it.
Right.
But that's a whole different topic.
But it's the same thing. But it's the same thing. It's about vibe. I was just saying that just to say the vibe. Because reason why I said it, because people can look at this, what we do, and think like, oh, shit, I can go sample some records, loop some records up, and just, rap up. But it ain't. Because we see parodies. I see parodies of what we do already. He knows. I be like, look, check this out. Like he got it all wrong. He think that's all you need is like one stupid ass loop, and I'ma rap with a mellow voice. No, it don't work like that. It's way more dynamics to this shit than just taking a record and sampling it. We putting thought behind this shit. You know what I'm saying? So anything could be a made up parody if you don't know the inner workings of the vibe. It's like to somebody that's listening to our music, you could just think that I'm just putting words together, right? Or like if you listen to people that listen to Wu-Tang or Ghostface or some shit, they be like, he just saying anything. Like, nah, you don't understand that slang. I understand exactly what the fuck he's saying when he's saying it. You know what I'm saying? You have to be interested in that shit. It's about the vibe of who you giving that to. You know what I mean?
Come on, it's that old saying, you got to be in the know. And if you ain't know what's talking, then it ain't meant for you.
That's a beautiful thing about hip hop. Everybody got their culture. And I respect it all, you know what I'm saying? I respect all the dynamics of the music.
So when we talk about hip-hop, I want to have Dirty Diggs go first. What has been some rewarding moments so far in the game for y'all?
Basically, man, it's just being able to turn your art into an economy. That's like the biggest reward to me right now. Besides, doing songs with some of my favorite legends. Thanks to Age and all that. But yeah, being able to turn your art and into like some money and having it be like a valuable item for people, that's like the biggest reward. When people are out there like, yo, I love this and I bought your record, and they're posting it on the internet, tagging you and everything. That's probably like the most fire thing, because now they have something physical that they're going to collect, and they're not going to throw away. It's not, that's what's important. People are buying our stuff and they're collecting it, and they're like, yo, this is some fire. We're going to put some value to this. And, that's kind of like the illest thing to me right now about making music.
I would say the same for me too. I mean, it's kind of crazy, like, to think back. I mean, there was a day when we put shit up and we get no reaction. Like, dude, that, and to go from there, being angry about that, to now, I mean, it's just, it's kind of surreal. It's like, oh shit, there's actually people that love us, people that we never met, people that we don't know. They're out there. So, like, to me, that shit's crazy. I mean, like, it makes it all, it makes it worth it. It feels like, this is something that not everyone could experience, you know what I'm saying? It's kind of like a special thing. So. But also what my brother said, just hanging around with kind of like these legends that we work with. Like, I was a fan of Asia since 2000. So that's like 20 years now. That's and crazy. We're sitting with him right now, just, doing this interview, making music. We've been making over 10 years worth of music. I mean, that shit crazy. So, I mean, not everyone can do that too, Right. So, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Asia?
Shit, man. That's a whole, like you said, that's a whole nother discussion in itself, bruh. I could go on and on about shit that I done came across, man. I done had so many moments in hip hop. At this point, I'm glad, I'm happy to be relevant still at this age, and part of the history and the books of hip hop. It's a lot. It's thousands of rappers, millions of rappers. You know what I'm saying? Everybody don't get to have a say so or a stay in this game. There's people that I thought would be here forever that, they drifted, you know what I'm saying? They don't make music no more. They're not really interested in this type of shit, you know what I'm saying? The fact that I still have the same urge as I had when I was in junior high and shit, that's the shit that I bug out off of. Because you're going to have money, you're going to go through this and that, but just loving the game still, having a love for it, that's the best,
Whew. I feel like for all three of you guys, with the amount of time, effort, energy, and manifestation, and then the hard work put behind it with the dedication, you guys can be successful at anything you guys touch. Whether it be if you guys decide to make movies, you guys decide to write books, if you guys decided to be activists, it doesn't matter. I feel like you guys would be able to take over the moment because you guys understand where the core values are.
That's what's up, man.
What would you guys be doing differently if it wasn't music?
You kind of said it already. I'd be an activist. You know what I'm saying? If I wasn't, I do covert activism, but definitely movies, probably, because how animated I can get at times. Because people always tell me that type of shit they want. Why I don't do acting. How come I don't do movies? Because the reason why I don't do movies is because anything that I do, I'm gonna give it the same energy that I give this. See, I have a brother that acts right now that's one of my favorite artists, but he acts so much that he can't really get to the music the way he wants to anymore. And I'm not ready to do that. I still be itching to find that perfect note, because I'm a Scorpio too, so we kind of like when we get into something, we get into it. We like, I gotta know it all. That's why I never make. I would fuck around, make beats a little bit, but even with that, it's like, we made a few beats here and there, but I'm trying to still bust my brain cells. I'm trying to really come up with patterns and cadences that no one has ever done before. I'm trying to, I don't know. I don't even know what I'm looking for, but I know I'm looking for something, and I'm still trying to do this. If I get into the acting, I'm going to be studying lines every other day, getting in the character.
Being something you're not.
Exactly. So I have to do this.
I mean, we all can't be Snoop Dogg and act like
Right.
every movie. Right. Shout out Uncle Snoop.
Yeah, Brody. I'm Dracula. In this one, I'm a soldier, man. You can just be Snoop every movie, right?
That's it. Be yourself. They hired for him to be him.
Like Q.
Oh, nah, shit. Sometimes Q be doing a little extra, but that's
Q,
none of my business.
Q funny though. He be funny in this shit, but you crazy, man. But what else we got for us, man? What else you got for us?
Man, what about y'all? What would you guys be doing differently if it wasn't music? What applied pressure would you guys have?
Boxing.
Fuck, man. I don't know. That's a tough question. I mean, like, creatively, like, everything that me and my bro do creatively, I mean, it's because of music. So without music, it's kind of tough to say if I would even do something in the creative field. Yeah, man, that's a tough question. I mean, yeah, sometimes I think if I wasn't like doing music, like if I never got into music, I mean, I could see myself as a boxer, at least an amateur boxer.
Yeah.
But
Facts.
yeah, it's tough to say, man, because music has just been a big part of like who I am today and why I do what I do. Even if it's not music related, it still comes from us doing music. Right. So
yeah, shit, I'd probably be like a director or something, or like some like painter dude that hardly paints, it gets those out. Like that's definitely something I do, or like some fashion designer. I do that all already, but probably give it my full effort. Not doing music, I'd be able to go hard with everything else.
A painter that never paints.
Yeah.
That's fire. That's really fire.
Just stamp my name. That's it. Give me my credit.
I see these other designers, graphic designers, killing it. I'm like, ooh, that's some good art stuff right there.
Right.
You know, you guys have worked together collectively for 10 plus years, as he said. You know, you guys have worked on countless songs, countless EPs, countless. What would be your guys' favorite top 3? You know, who wants to weigh in on it of you guys' collection that stands
I
out?
already know what he's going to say. Go ahead. I want to see if I'm right.
Me?
Yeah.
No, right now, 2 of my top 3 is not out yet.
That's actually a good answer, though. That's actually a good answer.
Because those are super fire.
Okay, outside of those, before we started making that way, what would be the ones? I want to see if you did, because I know which ones I like.
The ones that we work together,
Yeah.
I don't know, I like Black Belt Theater.
Classic for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
High in Class as another one.
The start of Empire.
Yeah.
That was before Empire was like where they at now.
Yeah, Empire's killing it.
now.
What?
Shout out Ghazi.
Shout out Ghazi, my bro. I'm gonna tell you mine. Mine would be Egyptian merchandise.
Oh yeah.
And I can't even front. It's like Egyptian merchandise and was 3. Egyptian merchandise, Dirty Planet, and Mansa Musa.
Ooh, see, those are really good ones too. But what people don't know is we have a whole different version of Mansa Musa.
Yeah.
That is my favorite album. But the one that came out is so different from the one we planned. So technically, I'd be like,
Yeah. But the stuff we got coming though, yeah. I think we outdid ourselves on this one. I gotta take a shot.
Yeah, because both of those albums are really my favorite ones.
Yeah.
Man, look, man.
You know, can you guys just weigh in a little bit more on where we're at before I just take a moment on taking a pause on the entertainment questions? Just let the viewers, listeners know, understand the nostalgia of what's been done here.
You are in Dirty Diggs Studios. Many have came through here from the underground right now. A lot of successful rap acts have came through that door and recorded in this room. You know, some of your top artists of today have recorded in this room. You know what I'm saying? And,
The toppest of rappers.
The toppest of
rappers. Different countries, though.
Different
not
countries
just
too.
America.
Not just America. Facts. You know, and it's amazing because, you know, we'll see it just develop. It can happen. You know, sometimes it happens in a certain amount of years. We've seen this shit happen in months. Like, oh shit, he popping now. Like, or he'll introduce me to an artist, and that I might not have heard of, and he'll be like, y'all, nah, check him out. He lit. Now I go to shit like, oh shit, he is lit. Then next thing you know, they do a project, and now he out of here lit. And I'm like, oh shit. This is like the hub. This is like the rock at the Apollo, like I was telling you. You gotta rub that motherfucker to do your, to get your blessing to do that show, you know.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy to think that this is like a major pit stop for a lot of top MCs, but it turned out to be like that. You know, like a lot of the top dudes kind of got to go through here, record a joint, and then they kind of see the aura, and that kind of steps up people's game.
It's either here or Alchemist. I'm gonna just keep it a buck.
That's true.
Like, you either coming through Dirty Dig Studio or you going through Alchemist Studio. That's it. I mean, out of those two, like, something's gonna happen out of those two studios. And it's crazy because we all on the same block.
Yeah,
like,
was it really down the street and be like, what?
We're literally down the street from each other.
That's funny. Alright, I'm going to put a pause on the entertainment questions. I got my 2 segments. I'm going to do this one a little bit differently because we got 3 people this time, but I'm going to tell you guys about my awareness segment, and I'm going to tell you how I want you guys to break it down and respond. My awareness segment is about when the red and blue lights hit, the high beam hit, searching everybody in the back of the car, and you hear the blurp sound, we getting pulled over. I ask every guest of mine, when's the last time they're pulled over, and what's something that they can do to maneuver out the situation to make it out safely. And what I'm going to do differently is, whoever wants to pop up and say something about when's the last time they pulled over, or something that they could say, what to do in a situation and what somebody can say that they can do differently or they can't do differently.
You want to go there? I'm gonna give you this one.
Who, me?
Yo ass.
Oh man,
The pull-over guy.
For some reason, my luck and police, they don't mix, man. This recently, yo, me and my friend got pulled over, and we weren't doing anything wrong. They just, I accidentally made eye contact with one of the officers, and he didn't like that. So I seen him pull a U-turn, and I was like, oh, he's pulling us over. So we got pulled over, and the cops already pull out their guns, and they're already like, yo, roll down the window. And the homie's like, nah, I don't have to roll down my window. Like, whatever, But they're like, so the homie cracks out. They already have their guns out. And the homie's like, yo, what are you doing, man? They're like, yo, you didn't open your window. We could have shot you. And I was like, man, you guys would do some type of stuff like that. So, and all it was, they ended up asking about weed, which we said we did have, but they don't really care about that. They're just kind of like, what are you guys doing around here? Which we live around the neighborhood, so they're basically spazzing for nothing. But, in those situations, you kind of just want to do what the police say. You know what I mean? If they tell you to do something, you might just do it because... shit, you don't want to get shot. They already have their guns out on you, and most of these cops are scared. So even though we didn't have anything on us at the time, cops are automatically thinking you do. So it's just best to, don't panic, stay calm, and just do what he says if it's within reason, because there's no one that's going to be on your side at that moment in time. You know what I mean?
Period.
Even the people around you, they're just going to drive by or whatever. You know what I mean? So it's best to be safe and just go with the flow rather than be so disruptive and this and that. And I know a lot of people don't want to hear that, but you just got to save your life.
How many times you seen the video of someone filming something and they stop filming to go break something up or get involved in some fuckery? Instead, they still more carried about 10 other people filming along with them the same thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Very rare you see someone trying to pop it off for their folks and try to break somebody loose when there's some fuckery going on with the punk ass police.
Exactly.
What's crazy, man? With police, I haven't had too many crazy run-ins with the cops. I've had one out here when I was real young, but for the most part, like driving, like what he said, I kind of knew that all the time. So my thing would be kind of like, I would always just, as soon as I get pulled over, when he walk up to me, I just talk to him like I've been knowing him forever. That's just how I do. I don't know why, I just do that shit. I just be like, yeah, so, man, I know. I was like, I'll be like, what I do? Yeah, my bad, dude. I didn't even know. My bad, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to do. I remember one time and this was a real story. I was making some tacos and shit, and I didn't have no shells. And my lady was making the taco meat. This is a long time ago when I used to live in Lamert Park. She making a fucking taco meat, and I realized I didn't have no shells, so I gotta run to the store. But I want to get to the store, get back so she could put the shells on, so we could get this out the way. So I'm going up to
Slauson?
Not Slauson, but damn, I forgot the damn street. But anyway, I'm going up trying to get to the store. As I'm coming back, I passed the stop sign because when I'm in the area. Where's everybody? Simply Wholesome. Fuck, man. Norton. I'm on Norton. Coming down the block, I passed the stop sign. I didn't stop at the stop sign. Police came, pulled me over. Boom. I'm like, no, Stocker, not North, Stocker. I was on Stocker.
Oh, okay.
I'm coming down Stocker. I passed the stop sign. Police pulled me over. And I just told her, I was like, man, I'm going to keep it real. I was like, I got taco shells right here. My girl at the crib making tacos. I'm hungry in a motherfucker. I'm just trying to get to the house. He's like, hey, man, just make sure you stop at the stop sign, man. Enjoy them tacos. I'm out. Facts. Every single time. Like, Yo, I'm gonna keep it a buck though, man. I've had some fucking luck growing up. Like, it's been times we've been literally throwing up out the car. They making us pour alcohol out. Everybody fucked up, and they still let us go home.
I only got one of them type of stories. They just made us step on our weed.
Hell yeah.
They
definitely had some of those.
I did do a night in the holding tank. I had this chick car. I didn't have no L's, and I was wet and reckless. I was weed. I had weed in my system. I wasn't drunk though, and they just gave me a wet and reckless, and I just stayed overnight in the holding tank, and I went home the next day. That's like in the Bay Area though. But other than that, I ain't really had no. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't know all that extra shit. They do that to you when you know. If you ain't about to get live and really handle your business on that level, just chill out, man.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Just chill out. You ain't got no jurisdiction at that point. The jurisdiction is the person that has the gun. You know? And they just want to, a lot of times, police just checking your temperature.
Yeah.
Like, go ahead, get out of line. Let me see you talk that crazy, that dumb smart shit. I got you right now, so.
It's that, and also sometimes you just become a statistic.
Yeah.
They ain't had shit pop all night, and you just a lucky motherfucker they want to do the paperwork for.
And you can turn that around by your conversation, because everything that they looking for, that excitement don't have to be you going to jail. That excitement could be y'all talking about sports.
Bro, I got a story.
The 49ers.
I done been at the crib visiting my brother's house.
Right.
They raided the house.
Right.
Find nothing. But wasted all that shit. I had a misdemeanor warrant. They left. Came back 2 hours later. Took me to jail. Knocked on the doors 3 o'clock in the morning and took me to jail because they was upset they had nothing to show for the paperwork. I'm just saying. Like, you know, these motherfuckers, they taking people on probation violations just because they had no reason to arrest you. And then the probation officer don't even know what to say. So they just got to let you go. But you wasted 3 days.
Yeah.
Word. You know?
I mean, people get washed all the time. It's up to what's being washed in the system.
Yeah.
Exactly. I got a DUI for not even being drunk or high, and they gave me a DUI. That had to go through that whole system because of that shit, and it's like, I was like, what the fuck is shit? Yeah, they didn't even put me in jail. Yo, they put me in the holding cell and let me out like an hour later and shit, and I still got the DUI.
I got caught with you know what's funny? Sometimes, man, like I said, I be lucky, man. I can say this on camera now, but I remember I got caught with a quarter pound of weed, right, in my jacket. I just know I'm going to jail, right? He give me a ticket, right? Now my baby mom's, her auntie work at the courthouse, so she know, you know. And I'm calling like, yo, is my court date yet? Court date? Never got a court date. Wow. He just took my QP. Wow.
That's lucky, though.
Yeah,
I'd rather have that happen to me.
I'd rather that, though. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna keep it real. I don't even want to go there, but I'll give a hint. Like, I don't be, you know, I don't know what kind of name I have, but that shit just won't register right. That shit don't register right.
Ran into a very, like, good attitude policeman, you know?
But I'm saying, even when I'm supposed to go to court, man, like, I should have been had a warrant or some shit, man. I don't know, but I've been pulled over. I'm thinking like, okay, I know I didn't appear for this, that, and the third. No.
Bruh. From experience, I hate going to court. I think I still got a warrant from 2008.
Oh, no.
Like, and I still ain't went to court for it. It's just I can't deal with a motherfucker that got a gavel and finna tell me I'm finna sit down for an amount of time. How he feel?
Right.
You got me fucked up. I'd rather dodge your ass. And then when
so you know that they have.
I got a misdemeanor.
See, the difference. My shit just disappears.
See, I had 9 Xanax pills and learned that the 10th one would have been a felony.
That's the thing. You got caught with it.
Man, yep.
See, well, that's what it is. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's you know, they pinpointed something. You know what I mean? They got something to pinpoint. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
They didn't want to take those drugs. Look.
Exactly. They didn't want to do those ones.
They don't want to do those. Yeah,
it was at a point they didn't even know how to classify it.
Oh shit.
They had to call the supervisor and they was trying to give me a felony and shit, and then the supervisor was like, "Nope, he only has 9. 10's a felony." Like, man, I'm happy I found that motherfucker.
Hey, Snoop. You got a little money to the side for the homie, man. Get him out of that situation.
Come on. Look out for me, OG.
Hey, you know, back in the day, speaking of Snoop, yo, shout out to Snoop. Last time I seen Snoop, we was at somewhere. M80 had brought me backstage with him, and I told him, because the last time I seen Snoop before that, I had performed in Fresno, and he had a football squad he was playing in against the police. Yo. Snoop get busy on the football field, G. Nah, I seen him hitting and all that. Like, he nice. Yo, he nice on the football field. I told him, I was like, yo, bro, you surprised me that day. I'm like, because they was, you know, they had the full shit on. They was playing real football out there. I seen him, Snoop scored a touchdown, but before he scored, he hit a motherfucker, bro. And it was like some real football shit. I'm like, you know, he looks skinny and shit on camera, but bro ain't no like frail dude like that, bro. He not really frail like that. He kind of, I don't know, it's like a weird, like a solid skinny person or some shit. Cause yo, the way he hit that motherfucker, bro, it was like some real football shit. Like,
come on, bro, it's called.
I'm like, oh shit. I'm like, whoever that was, head was ringing like a motherfucker, bro. For real. I'm like, damn, Snoop a fucking athletic motherfucker. And I'm rapping. You can go to YouTube and see the shit. I'm rhyming. Yeah, he walk over to me with his football uniform on, holding his helmet. In the shit with me on the field. You know what I'm saying? It's a whole stadium of motherfuckers. Shit is crazy, bro. Like I said, I done had some moments in my career. But I had to bring that up. Shout out to Snoop. And I got the picture. I got the picture of me and him with he got his football uniform on and shit.
Hell yeah.
Word up.
Shout out Uncle Snoop.
Yeah.
One time. Bro, I got my next segment. It's called Impulse Q&A. Okay. I got 3 questions. I got three fellas, so we going to break them down one each. And I'm just going, you going to get hit with what you get hit. You don't like the question, I'm going to hit you with another one. But you still got to answer 3 questions amongst you 3. You understand me? Are y'all ready?
Let's go.
Question number 1. To my left. What is the funniest thing you see happen in the studio?
Oh man, you gotta see it for yourself. But it's something called frontal fever.
Oh yeah,
and this happens to multiple people, even myself.
It can happen to you.
It's the
anybody.
Freakiest shit you've ever seen. And fuck, man, you just gotta see it. But it involves sweating. It involves chills.
It's supposed to be turning white, you know. Like,
supposed to be turning pale. And you don't know what to do, man. You're like,
everybody go through it. Yo, that shit's funny, bro.
In my case, I was dripping sweat. I couldn't stop sweating. My shirt was wet.
Bro, y'all make it seem like it's an exercise or something.
Frontal fever, man.
Too many
no one's above it.
Too much blood.
Yo, no one is above it. Yo, Snoop, come over here, Snoop. Yeah. You done smoked with everybody. Come over here and see if you can get past this frontal fever.
Bruh, Snoop is the Sandman. He puts you to sleep.
I know. That boy is crazy.
It's the rumors are true.
Yeah.
But question number 2. This one's for you, Asian.
Go ahead. Well, shit.
What is one thing you love but you wish you hated?
Oh, chicken, fried chicken. Fried chicken, man. Fuck.
What makes you love it but hate it?
I love the fuck out of fried chicken. I love the crunchiness of it, but I fucking have bad luck when I eat it. It's just shit just goes wrong. Like there's just the molecular structure of everything just starts acting up. People get arguing. My bitch starts tripping. Whenever I eat, and I love fried chicken, and it's just not good for me either. But I love the way it tastes, man. I fucking love fried chicken, and for me, fried chicken is what crack is to a crackhead. My name is Planet Asia, and I'm a recovering fried chicken eater. Okay.
We need to get you on a 12-step program.
For real, 12-wing program, man. Because I can eat 24. We're going to break it
down. That's a lot of wings, man. I had the most fire wings yesterday, man.
And then this guy introduces me to this Filipino chicken, this Filipino fried chicken.
Oh, yeah.
And it just...
That shit fire.
It sends me into another whirlwind. And then I have to go through fucking rehab again after that. And then he was in rehab with me because he was going through chicken rehab. Yeah. So we went into rehab together. I come to rehab like, oh, you in there too? Okay.
Oh, wow. Motherfucking chicken.
Man.
Question number 3. And this one's for you, brother. What's one thing you recommend everyone has to do at least once?
Man. They gotta smoke some of this fire over here to get that experience. I know everybody want to smoke with Snoop. Me too. I gotta smoke with Snoop. That's my bucket list, yo. So everybody got to put that in their bucket list. Come smoke with the best. Come smoke 100% organic with us. Come smoke some of the finest and really take a whole session and a whole 12 hours of burning.
A whole 20 blunts.
Right, 20 blunts, Snoop.
And he back with gang. So
Fire.
Okay.
He converted from Swisher Gang about.
He gonna have to come get with these Fontos now. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he's gonna like the taste.
See, that's what I'm saying, man. You know, Snoop, come holler at your cousin, man.
Alright, fellas, y'all have survived my awareness segment. Y'all have survived my in-post Q&A. As a reward, it's y'all platform. Who y'all want to shout out? You know, what's to promote? You know, let them know where to follow you. All the shit.
You can reach me on Instagram at Planet Asia Medallions. You can reach me on Twitter at Planet Asia. Shout out to the whole Gold Chain gang. Shout out to Piff James. Shout out to the Real K Burns. Shout out to A Plus the Kid. Shout out to motherfucking 38 Special, Mussolini, the whole gang, Emilio, everybody, you know what I'm saying? All everybody, Tri-State, you know what I'm saying? Motherfucking Turban, Killer Ben, the whole squad, man. Montage One, everybody.
Hell yeah, you can reach us at Dirty Digs on Instagram, Dirt Digs on Twitter, and everything else. And yeah, big shout out to Piff James. We got some new music with K Burns, new music with Planet Asia, new music with A Plus, new music with all your favorite rappers. So, go ahead, push all that.
Too much to name, man.
That's right, that's right. Now, fellas, you know my show is different. It's unique. You know, they said I gotta have segments, so I did segments, but I'm like, I ain't doing segments like them.
Right.
And I'm like, how do I keep that same energy and close out?
Okay.
The viewers knows it's coming. I'm gonna hit you with it. Y'all got any questions for me?
How was this interview for you, man? Was it cool?
That shit was dope.
Thank you, bro.
To keep it 100, the amount of the information that got to come out about what people have where they don't know.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the thing, like hip hop is something that you have to be in the know. And if you don't have outlets where people are talking about shit that they need to know about for you to move forward in something, especially when it comes to this hip hop game, y'all delivered that on a 10 out of 10 basis.
Appreciate that, man. And whenever whenever you want to come back and refine another, do another one, do another interview with projects, whatever. You know, if we happen to go crazy platinum, you know what I'm saying? We ain't forgetting nobody, you know what I'm saying? Come back, do the same fucking interview the same way, you know what I mean? Because I don't do interviews a lot.
Facts.
I don't like to do a lot of interviews because a lot of people, I respect you off the back for, first of all, knowing where I come from. Because a lot of times people be like, oh, L.A., because I've lived in L.A. for 20 years. Or Bay, I got my start in the Bay. I'm from Fresno. I was born and raised in Fresno. I got everything from Fresno, you know what I'm saying? So when you started it off like that, I knew that. And, before this camera came on, we already had, I was like, bro, what, you for the, like, you've been around just like I've been around. You kind of like a Cali person. We ain't just one city in Cali. We kind of like just California at this point.
Real.
You know what I mean? So it's like when you know where a person's really from, I get a lot of people like, yo, the Bay Area, and I'll be like, or they'll be like, San Francisco. I'm like, I'm from Fresno, bro. You know how many times I've had to do that? So I'm like, yo, you're not really into my shit. You got at me. I looked at it. I seen how you came. I was like, nah, bro, genuine. I'm gonna fuck with him. I don't, it's something, my gut gotta tell me. You know what I'm saying? I didn't even know who you was connected to. My gut told me to fuck with you. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, bro, his approach is real. You didn't come off like, I'm supposed to fuck with you. Because, you know what I'm saying?
No, that shit out of pocket.
That shit be out of pocket, bro.
If it ain't organic, it ain't psychedelic, it ain't to be discussed.
Facts, man. And that's why I wanted to bring Dirty Digs on the interviews to make it like, give you the whole nucleus of the whole thing. Because it's kind of like, you can't really have Planet Asia without Dirty Digs at this point.
So man, I know actually with all four of us on basis, it's a grand slam. So now I appreciate you doing that, man, because they got to have a real big piece of history for this, and that's something that I get to have great pleasure for, because that's the whole point of why I do this. A lot of people don't understand what it takes to have success. A lot of people are afraid of success, and so if you constantly seeing your partners keep on doing the same bad habits and having the same results, That's insanity.
Right.
Whether you want to admit it or not, the definition's there, and how you elevate from there is how you look at for other answers.
Right.
And when you have brothers like yourselves that have elevated, when you guys were told no, where no one wanted to accept it, you guys continue to say, fuck y'all, we're going to keep on making our shit.
Right.
And people are going to follow and listen. If you
Right.
build it, they will come. And I mean, we at a time right now where this music right here, impact music, they made an award category for what y'all do. So, you know, right now, if people are still sleeping on it, it's time for them to have that alarm go off, and that's on y'all to full, you know, catch up, binge watch, binge listen, do what you have to do. On that note, it's Contrast Uncut. It's season 4. It's a special hip hop edition where I've had the honor and the pleasure to have Dirty Diggs and Planet Asia drop some motherfucking gems. Man, they had 50-round drums with diamonds ready to go. You understand me? Them gems was flying. You know, they ain't hit the camera because the camera stay, you know, it's another diamond. So, you know, no diamond hits another diamond. All we do is keep on sharpening each other. I appreciate y'all coming on.
Man, appreciate you.
Yo, and thanks for the gear, man.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Shout out Ethika. Man, shout out Bobby D Presents. Uncle Snoops Army.
Hey yo, check it out. It's Planet Asia live and direct, representing Gold Chain Military. I want to give a big shout out to Contrast Uncut. Shout out to Uncle Snoop. Big shout out to Bobby D. Keep doing your thing, man, and we here, baby.
Let's go. Yo, this is Dirty Diggs, JR. Big shout out to Contrast Uncut, Uncle Snoop, DJ Bobby D, all the good people out there. Big shout out to y'all, man. Thank you.
Wu-Tang taught us how to beat the projects and tell my story over beats and it could be a project. Look how it all begun. Bum skibbity bum. Yeah, grew up on that Nas, on that L, on that pun. Old soul when I was young. Crisscross make 'em jump. Battle rapping for respect, my nigga. This ain't what you want. Can I kick it when I'm rhyming? Be a legend through Ebonics. Was a sticker boy. Felt like sticky fingers play that Onyx. Can I live track 8? Feel like Jigga 96. Without a reasonable doubt, the album turned me into this. Shit, we always had dreams of being money making Mitch. Without jewelry on, hit the jail pose, take a flick. Feel like Pac and keep your head up. Biggie shooting juice. Coach is still alive, just let me prove.